Today I'm going to be showing you how to connect your HoneyBook and your Google Ads together with Zapier, the way you can integrate your CRM with your Google Ads. And this is an important way to do conversion tracking. And this is one of the options that Google Ads provides to use Zapier to connect everything together with your CRM and your Google Ads. So today I'm going to be showing you how to create a tracking conversion with Zapier inside of your Google Ads. So first of all, you're going to go to your Google Ads account. You're going to go to goals. You're going to click summary, and then it will take you to this page. You're going to make sure you click view all conversion actions just to kind of get a good understanding of what you have in here already. So I'm going to click this plus sign, and we are going to set up our conversion tracking with Zapier, with our CRM for leads. So if a person fills out a form, we want to make sure we're getting the right information and telling Google, hey, we got the right information, we're giving it back to you, we want more people like these. And it's just affirming a lot of things that it already knows, but some things are missed because of the browsers and the blockers and iOS and a bunch of other things. So this is just a way to increase your data to help get those cheaper leads and things like that. So what we're doing is we're doing a offline conversion. So this conversion is outside the internet, measured by connecting a CRM, which is what we're doing, importing a file, or with Google's Ads API. So we're going to be using Zapier because it uses an API directly with HoneyBook, and then that's also going to get directly into Google Ads. So if you don't already have the source, you're going to click Add Data Source right here. I believe mine is already connected, my Zapier, so I'm going to click Save and Continue. So this is what is important for you to measure. Conversion actions help you measure your customers' interactions so you can understand the success of your advertising campaigns. Category can help you group conversions together. For example, you may have created a purchase conversion action which you can categorize with a purchase category. So we are not doing purchasing, we are doing lead form submissions in this right here. So conversion source event will be set up later as primary. That's fine. I would recommend changing this to secondary, but I don't really know how to do it in this part. I do know how to do it once it's already created, so I'll show you that at the end. So we are going to click Save and Continue. All right, so all these things I've already done, you're almost done. Now it says you're almost done, but it's actually the hard part. So finish up your conversion, configure your data integration via Zapier. So this is going to take you to the Zapier website. So hopefully you've already connected your Zapier with that data source previously that we just went over. And we're going to click that right here. I've already signed in, so it's taking me directly to my account. If you don't have an account, if you didn't sign in before, if you somehow able to get past that, you need to create a Zapier account. There's a free version, there are paid versions. Depending on how many Zaps you use is what you're going to have to pay. I think the paid version is about $20 a month, nothing absurd, and this should help you quite a bit. So we're going to connect our CRM. So whatever your CRM is, you can put that in here. Ours is HoneyBook. So we're going to select HoneyBook, and then we are going to trigger an event. So I might block out a little bit of this information just because some of it is personal and don't want to share everybody's information online, but we can still go through a lot of this together. So the idea of what Zapier is going on, and it's not just so I watch a lot of tutorials and they just kind of do everything and they don't explain what's actually happening, and that's fine unless you're trying to learn. And then it's like, okay, great, well, I don't know how to do that again. So what this is doing, what Zapier is, it's saying, hey, this is the information coming from HoneyBook, and then this is the information that Google needs, and they have two separate forms, and they have the same information on both forms, but they don't know how to line up. So what you're doing is you're lining up. Hey, they submit an email, and this is the email here. This goes to Google's email section, and they put a phone number. Well, that goes to this part of Google's thing. So you're just pretty much connecting. You're just matching the dots and figuring out like where to go. So that's pretty much what's happening. So when you trigger event, a triggering event means you're filling out the form, and that is what we are tracking is form conversion. So we're going to trigger the event, and we are going to click new inquiry. A trigger is when a new inquiry is created. So you want that. And this will also include ones that you manually input, but even if you give those to Google, it's not going to break anything because Google has no way to confirm that. It's just like, oh, that wasn't us. Great. Next. So no big deal. So I'm going to click continue. This is going to do a test trigger, which means there's going to be a form submission that goes on, and they're going to test that. Okay, great. So they've pulled a record that happened today, and we are going to use this one to match those dots that we talked about. So I'm going to click on this one, continue with selected one. I'm going to choose the account that is connected within Google Ads. So now we've shifted to the next step. We've figured out the HoneyBook stuff. So now we're down into the Google Ads stuff. So Google Ads. So now we're doing a send an offline conversion. And then now we're going to select the Google Ads account that we're doing that with. So the business account. And then we're going to use Google Ads as this one. Manage account. Yes, the same business. And then we're going to use conversion, user identified source. And then this is where you are choosing what you are matching. So if you have a phone number, if you have an email address, if you have all these things, I don't know what these other things are, but if you have them, you can also use those things. So we are pretty much just going to have a phone number and email address. So I'm going to have the phone number here and the email address here. And then Google is going to say, okay, if one of your customers has either of these things, we will attach it to an account that we have one of those things. So even if one of these connects, then we know, hey, that was a good person to send to your website because they actually submitted a form. So we're going to have that. The downside with this is you might use a different email address or a different phone number filling out the form than what's attached to the Google account that you are searching and browsing with. So Google won't know, oh, that person connected because they're using completely different information. So even if it is the same person, you may not always get that enhanced conversion value. So user identified by email address. So we're going to map the field, which means we're going to find which one their email address is. So HoneyBook says this is all the information that we've collected via the form, and what part of this information goes in the email address section. Well, the one that says email. Brain surgery, I know. User identified by the phone number, so now we have to find a phone number. Click the plus. Okay, this is their phone number. Great. So consent for add user data. Yes, they did. We have a special thing at the bottom of the website that is a privacy policy letting them know that, hey, if you submit this form, you are opting into marketing and things like that. At submitting this form, you are automatically accepting this and consenting to it. And then we have the conversion action. You're just going to leave that right there. And then you're going to hit your plus sign for your timestamp, and you are going to find your timestamp. So last published timestamp is right here. Click that. And then click continue. Test this step. Sending offline conversion to Google Ads. What is it going to say? It better work. That's what it should say. Okay, great. Offline conversion was sent to Google about 0 seconds ago. Perfect. So click publish. It's publishing. All right, now it is complete. So up here it will have this little thing. Zap published. Your Zap is on and using version 1. Great. Excellent. So these are good to go. So you can't see it, but there's an X right here. I'm gonna exit out that. And then I'm gonna click finish. So once that is finished, it's gonna take you back to your conversion page. You're on your conversion page. You want to check and see if it went in here, and then you can find it. So we're at Zapier 2. This is what we're doing. And this is a primary action optimization. I don't recommend doing this, especially at the beginning. You should eventually, once this is all working and it's working consistently, you should create a primary. But until it's working properly and you're seeing a lot of conversions go into it, it's not a primary thing. It's going to be a secondary thing. So until it starts working properly, I would just leave it as secondary and make sure you're not double tracking things and duplicating things like that. So if this answered any of your questions with Zapier and integrating it with your Google and your Google Ads and your CRM with HoneyBook and all those things, if this helped, make sure to hit the like button. I don't think there's a video about this. I looked for one and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to make one. Because after I figured it out, I was like, this took me too long. So I have to tell people about it. So that's what I'm doing. If you like this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you have any other questions, put them in the comments. And if you want to work with me one-on-one for me to show you how to do things, if you're really struggling, I definitely recommend that. Go click the link in the bio in the description and set up a time with me, and so we can kind of go through some things. So look forward to serving you. Let me know if you need help with anything or if you need a video on something. I will definitely check it out. So have a good rest of your day.